Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Eden, and if you are tuning into this, you are locked into the second episode of Rate Merch. So in this episode of Rate Merch, we're going to be going over one of my favorite platforms for print on demand, and that's Redbubble. Redbubble has seen a surge in the last year of popularity due to a few things that I'll talk about a little bit later. But I have to say it is one of the most solid platforms that you can start your print on demand journey with. So let's get right into it. Just a reminder to everybody, the 5 pieces of criteria that we have for rating these print on demand platforms are signing up, design upload process, product/market selection, site traffic, royalty/payout. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So first, I just have to say, I've talked about this before, but Redbubble was the first print on demand platform to give me my first true Q4. Previously, I had been selling on Teespring and it had been doing great for me. However, because with Teespring's platform, you really have to drive it and not rely on this organic marketplace, I never really experienced a great Q4 until I signed up for Redbubble. So the story is pretty simple. When I signed up for Merch by Amazon, I had no idea there was a waiting period. And that waiting period turned out to be 6 or 7 months. But while I was doing some research, I did run across Redbubble. And so now let's talk about signing up. And so the sign up is probably the best. It's pretty straightforward. You literally go in and you just sign up. It's not invite only. You don't have to be approved. You just sign up. Within 20-30 minutes of going to the website, you'll have an account and your first design loaded. So for the sign up process itself, I have to give Redbubble a 5. The design/upload process. So this is where things get a little dicey. So because Redbubble has so many products, it can take a while if you're trying to get them on all. That being said, it is a little time consuming and you do have to go through and size up each one to make sure that it looks right on that product, make sure you have the right color selected, and overall make sure everything is enabled. While it is definitely beneficial, because it is a bit of a tedious upload process, I would have to give Redbubble a 3. Product/market selection. So again, there are a lot of products on Redbubble. I mean, a lot. And I mean, the thing about it is a lot of people will just think, I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to sell t-shirts. That's not always the case. I've sold a lot of stuff on there. I actually sold a shower curtain one. Yes, they actually have shower curtains available. I sold a shower curtain. I've sold a clock. You can think of it, I can name it. Pillows, your standard t-shirts, the tote bags, cell phone cases. There's a lot on there. And so if you really want to just take the opportunity to turn one design into 70 products, this is the marketplace for it. So you need to pace yourself, but it's absolutely worth it. And so from the standpoint of product/market selection, I would give Redbubble a strong 4. Our next criteria is site traffic. Now, if we would have been having this conversation maybe 2 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, Redbubble is kind of like number 3 or 4 on the list. Don't get me wrong. Still has 18 million users visited per month. That's still amazing traffic. And they have a really good way of retargeting. But it didn't compare when it came to things like Merch by Amazon or even Etsy. And sometimes Spreadshirt, at least for me, will kind of take over Redbubble. However, last year during the banana-demic, I don't want to get flagged on YouTube. Sorry. During the banana-demic, Redbubble actually saw traffic shoot through the roof. Because it was one of the only POD places that actually sold masks, people were flocking there. Now, I said that Merch by Amazon missed a great opportunity, but in their defense, they had a lot going on as it was, and they couldn't pivot like Redbubble. Redbubble was able to pivot and take it through the roof. I will say, and my numbers may be slightly off, but if I remember correctly, in 2019, Redbubble was in a hole like $4 million, and in 2020, they had $40 million in profit. That being said, those people are still shopping with Redbubble. So don't sleep on it, especially if this banana-demic goes a little further and people need to start looking for masks again. So as a POD seller, this is your opportunity to really just kind of get in there and look at some of those designs that you've had on shirts, on hats, and things like that. Maybe they'll translate en masse. And those people are still visiting Redbubble, so this is the opportunity to really capitalize on it moving forward. And with that, I would give Redbubble a solid 4 for site traffic. Now, this isn't an official rating. This is just a bit of an extra caveat to the whole thing about Redbubble and the allure that comes with it. Redbubble also has a partnership program where people can come in and make officially licensed merch. And they have a multitude of partners. Some are very classic, some are very popular now, some are really, really popular. And this is the opportunity for you to kind of flex that design muscle and have a take on something that's popular and give it your own spin. And the best thing about it is, by getting into the partnership program, you actually get a chance to do this legally. And so some of the partners include Ed, Edd and Eddy, Jurassic World, Jaws, would have been great for Shark Week, Johnny Bravo, I can think of some things to do with Johnny Bravo, Rick and Morty, Schitt's Creek, Star Trek, and more. So all you Trekkies out there, hop to it. That's just something a little extra. I won't necessarily have that impact the rating that I give Redbubble, but it's cool as hell to know. And our final category is royalty/payout. So this is something that Redbubble caught a little flack for, especially around the beginning of Merch by Amazon. When you consider that at the time for standard tee, merch was giving you about $8.18 for a shirt, and Redbubble was giving you like $3.73, people weren't too hot about that. As other platforms have kind of caught up to Redbubble, it doesn't seem so bad. In addition to the fact you can actually increase the percentage of what you're getting per item. I will say there's a wonderful opportunity there with stickers, which seem to sell a hell of a lot on Redbubble, and you can actually bring those stickers up 100%, and people are still buying them. In terms of the payout itself, once you hit a $20 threshold, Redbubble will start to pay out. Payouts tend to start on the 15th of each month, and usually by the time, about the 17th, you have your money. And so you're not waiting a net 30, and again, for me, it's not the best for the books, but it is great when it's like, oh crap, I got money coming in from Redbubble. So all in all, I would give the payouts and royalties on Redbubble a solid 3. So if we were to put all these together, then what we would come up with for Redbubble is a 4. Overall, Redbubble is an extremely solid place, not only to just start your print-on-demand journey, but you can really keep it there. I know people who sell on Redbubble and they don't even fool with merch, they don't fool with Etsy, Spreadshirt, or anywhere else. They just live and breathe within Redbubble. It is sustainable, it's here to stay. It obviously survived the banana-demic, and it's overall a great platform. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications so you know when the next episode of Rate Merch comes your way. And I will see you all same time next week. Take care.